press. We fix the press to the table or to the counter, and then you put the fresh pasta here, the dough, and you press. You just change down the different shape, and then you have different shape of pasta.
You will find no pizza at restaurant Paesàno, and that's actually a good thing because there's plenty of other food from southern Italy and the area around Naples that is worth showcasing. And digging into the menu here, we can see on the blackboard they have some daily specials, and among there we have the mushroom carbonara that is one of the signature dishes of this restaurant, so I really want to try that one. And seeing the rest of the menu, we have of course the famous pasta dishes here used by that handcrafted tool that we saw in the beginning of the video. So let's jump straight into this review and see if they really are one of the best Italian restaurants in Denmark.
Mushroom carbonara is our zero waste plate because from the offcut of the fake fettuccine we do the guanciale, and half we use to make our mushroom stock where we boil our fake pasta. After those we remove those mushrooms and we they dry and we use as a powder on top, so we don't waste nothing from the mushroom. We finish on top with a fried sage leaf and a bit of Ramson oil.
What an interesting way here to use the king oyster mushroom as the main part of this type of a pasta carbonara dish, and seeing how everything is executed here, that the pasta, which is the mushroom here, resembling it in a nice way, cut in longer strips, and then you have the smaller pieces here that is supposed to be the guanciale, and then that mushroom powder that is dusted on the top here, and then you have the nice green crispy sage leaves there. It's gonna be very interesting here just to see how everything comes together and if it really gets you into that pasta carbonara type of a dish when you're eating it. And in a strange way it actually does. I really like the texture of this mushroom, and it really has that al dente touch to it that is quite similar actually to a really good made pasta, and it's really interesting to have that subtle mushroom flavor in the background here, but it's not dominating too much. I mean, the king oyster mushroom is not known for being a very pungent and powerful type of mushroom, so everything is very delicate to the touch here, and you really get all the different textures and flavors going on here, and the sage leaves bring a lot to the table here. I really like that flavor profile that is coming in and supporting this dish, and then together with the olive oil and the parmesan on top here, it's a really nice dish to eat. However, one thing that's in the back of my head while eating this dish is that this is a cold starter, and I cannot just think that it wouldn't be nicer to have it actually warm here and having that type of creamy eggy sauce around a little bit more warm type of mushroom and letting the flavors come out a little bit more. So for me that would probably have worked even better, but still it's a very nice dish to eat.
So here we have the sedanini house-made pasta with a Genovese ragu, this typical white ragu from Napoli. On top we finish with a pecorino cheese.
Despite its name here being Genovese, this is a really strong cultural dish from the city of Naples, and the server told me here that they're using a really high quality veal meat, and they're using the same amount of onions, and that is being slowly cooked together for a very long time in a really nice stock, and that brings out a very nice caramelized flavor from the onions that bring a lot of sweet tones to this stew, which is really enjoyable to eat. And then you have that really nice handcrafted pasta, and you can really see the deep scores here coming out from that tool, and that is really gonna help to collect all the juices of these stews into the pasta. And here also the server told me that they're using a mix of just semolina and water, so there's no egg in this pasta base at all, and it's gonna be interesting to see how the texture is gonna come out here. This is absolutely divine and a really joy to eat this pasta. It's so subtle and so nice and sweet to eat, and that pecorino that they have on top, it's a real generous amount, but you really need that. You need that sharpness and you need that saltiness to cut through the richness and the sweetness of this dish. But everything here is just, you can tell that this has been cooking for a very long time with really high quality ingredients, because everything just comes together in a very enjoyable way on your palate, and I really can't stop eating this. It's one of the better pasta dishes that I've had in a very long time.
Polpo alla Luciana, it's a typical braised octopus cooked in tomato sauce with olives and capers. On the bottom you will find a crusting bread, so you can directly do the scarpetta already inside the plate.
I absolutely love octopus, and in the back of my head here I had that fantastic dish from this summer in Monton where we had a grilled octopus dish that was really enjoyable to eat. And here is a different variation. So this has been cooked in this tomato type of sauce, also I guess for a very long time. And what you can see here is how all the dishes has came out on this very nice red-brown ceramic plate, and having the presentation here is really laid back and it's very rustic, and I really like that. And then you're just letting the flavors here come out and speak for themselves. The flavors here are so intense. That tomato sauce is so deep in flavor, and then you have that olive and caper on top that is just popping with some acidity and saltiness to this dish. And underneath everything here you have that nice sourdough bread that is just collecting all of the juices here and bringing a little bit more substance to the dish in a really nice way. However, I'm missing maybe a little bit more of the octopus in this dish. I think that the sauce and the bread is taking over a little bit too much here, and I would rather see that the protein is taking a little bit more space. And also I would have preferred that if the bread in the bottom here would have been quite heavily toasted or grilled, so you still had some texture from that, because it's quite soft and it's not bringing a lot of texture out from this dish overall, which I'm missing a little bit. But with that said, this is still an amazing dish and the flavor is spot on, and I really enjoy to eat it. Ending our meal here from restaurant Paesàno, we are having a lemon cake that was soaked in some limoncello, and on top of it was a whipped mascarpone that was dusted with some bay leaf powder, and it was a really nice treat to eat. It was very light in its texture and just a perfect finish here to a very good meal. So what did I think then about our meal here? Well, I think that we have seen a very high quality type of cooking here with a presentation that is very laid back and rustic, which I really like, because then the expectations are maybe put a little bit low, but they are just dominated with all the flavors that are coming in the end, and you get a really nice surprise out from that. So really good job here from the team at restaurant Paesàno, and I'm gonna put the food scoring at. Coming to the service here, it's been really nice and also relaxed, but in a really informative way, because the server that I had really made sure to really let me know about all the details and the questions I had about the dishes, and it was really good on explaining that in a thorough and nice way. So with that said, I'm gonna put the service rating here at 87 points. And as always, last but not least, we are coming to the ambience of this restaurant, and I think it's been really nicely decorated. I may not have feel that I've been sitting in Italy, but regardless, I've been feeling that I'm sitting in Copenhagen. It's been really nicely designed, and I especially like that you had the cutlery there in a hidden drawer under the table, which was really nice and easy to work with, also for the service staff, but of course also for you as a customer. So with that said, I'm putting the point here at 86. And that concludes this review from restaurant Paesàno in Copenhagen, and I really suggest that you go and visit this restaurant. It's been really genuine and the food has been really great, so absolutely worth a visit. And if you have enjoyed this episode, please hit like and subscribe, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye bye.